Morning, guys. Kalimera from Cyprus. This is George. I'm not going to throw dice today. I'm just going to talk about, uh, about going to the casino. It's something that's on my mind and something I'm going to do very soon. So I think it's important to share with you what I think should happen. Now, every roll happens within 20 to 30 seconds on average at the craps table, depending on payouts, traffic, betting decisions, and the execution by the dealers and stickmen of those decisions. This creates the feeling that the pace is very fast, so you must rush to get in on the game, in on the action. In reality, you shouldn't. When you walk up to a table, you need to familiarize yourself with a few things. First thing is your teammates. Who else is playing there? You should be judgmental. You should watch them and pick the ones you want to bet with, bet against, things like that. The second thing is your dice. It's one thing throwing at home with Amazon dice. It's another thing going to the casino and finding that, there's a different set of dice being used, which is heavier, perhaps bigger, the bounce is different, or whatever. The surface of the table you're about to play at. Is it a hard surface, a bouncy table? Your position. You're used to throwing from a particular position. If that position is not available, what do? You're going to change the way you throw and adjust there and then? Or are you going to wait until that position is empty? Your obstacles, hence the available real estate for landing your little friends. Then and only then should you pick up the pace. I will start my session with dice in hand and just pass line or don't pass line bet for a few rolls. See your dice results and perhaps adjust. Place money on place bets or DC only after you went through this kind of a process. Now, I think it's important to see, we talked about the adjustment process. I think we've done videos, but I think it's really important, and I think there's only just a few videos out there which only go into the meat of things. Okay, so let me just try and explain what I mean by that. I would start with the hard way set. Let me just explain something about the hard way set. It really doesn't matter which way you start. For the adjustment process, really doesn't matter. The numbers that you hit don't matter. What you need to understand is that this is the best dice for benchmarking, basically, for saying, okay, I start with this, where do I end right at the end? So you should do about 4 rolls when you get the dice in your hand. With just a pass line bet or don't pass, it's up to you. And see your results and interpret your results. Now, let's suppose we start with a 4-5 and we end up with a 5-4. So it's hard tens here. And we end up with a result which is a 4-5. Now, for you, it's easy to see this result right here and say, okay, I know what happened. It was a single pitch. If you continue getting results like this, 2 4s, 3-2, 5-3, and 4-5, then you know that you don't need to make any real adjustments, to be honest with you. You just stick with it. It's fine. So you can adjust to any set you want to. When I say any set, it means that not just any set which has these numbers like that, But I mean, I wouldn't start with that because it can end here at the 5-2, 4-3, 5-2. So if you're single pitching, everything is hunky-dory, put your money on the line. Now, let's say we start with a 5-5 and we end up with a 5-2. That's a double pitch. That's your first indicator that your dice are rolling. One of the dice is rolling twice, or one of the dice is rolling backwards, the other one forwards. Quarter, flip. So you should be adjusting that, and it's an easy adjustment. The more difficult adjustments to see is the 6-1 and the 1-6, because there are two 6-1s. There's what I call the explosion. So the dice land. You start with the 5-5 on top, okay? And as the dice are landing, you land them like this on their edges, and they split open. Sorry, I wasn't. So you start like this. Dice land on the edges, on the outside edges, and they split open to a 6-1. Or a more difficult one, you throw your dice, they open up, curve inwards, and split open. That's another 6-1. So in order to establish once you see that your 7 outs from the hardware set come from a 6-1 or 1-6, my advice would be move to the 3V set. Whether it's 3-5, 3-1 or a 3-2, 3-6, because the explosions are going to yield a 6-2. The implosions are going to create a 5-1. So if you're not getting any double pitches, by all means do this. A double pitch, again, has a problem with a 3V, because you start here and the 4s are right below you. So if you double pitch, there you go. However, the remedy for this is, let's say you start with 3-2, 3-6 and you get a 4-3. There are two remedies to the 3V set. You either turn your both dice, you flip them forward, and you start with a 2-4, 6-4. So the double pitch is going to be a Yo 11, or if the double pitch happens here, it's going to be craps 3. And that's that really for the 3V set. Now, there are some other sets, like the cross 6s. The cross 6 is a dangerous set in the sense that you have the double pitch to 6-1 or the 1-6, so you know that you're double pitching but you're on axis. But there is other dangers as well. Danger really with this set is coming from the outside. So if you're setting with the 3-1, 2-1 on the top, and you have the 2 and 3 kissing inside, an implosion of one die causes the 4-3, and an implosion of the other one causes the 5-2. So the danger with this one, more than anything, is not the double pitch. It's whether your dice are staying on axis and they don't implode. It's very important and very difficult. That's why some people are very good at it and they find it a very, very nice set. Now, let's go back to the hardware set. Let's assume that you're getting all the numbers apart from the 6-1. Basically, you're getting the 4-3s and the 5-2s. Just make a very simple adjustment. Move to the all 7 set. For me, the all 7 set sometimes work very well when my toss is very, very off. The reason why it works is that I start with a 7 position everywhere I could possibly start and end up somewhere else. So I probably don't get any meaningful numbers, but at the end of the day, these are perfectly formed dice, guys. So if you have a certain way of throwing them, you will get consistent results. If those results are saying it's a double pitch, whatever, that's consistency in my head. So take advantage of it. Don't consider it as a weakness. Move to the all 7 set. It's going to double pitch. And it's going to bring you to hard ways. Or close to. So those are my tips for walking up to casino. Don't rush into it. Start with a hardware set, not for any other reason, but to give you a benchmark of how your dice are behaving. 4 or 5 throws, then get into the game. Hopefully you won't need any adjustments because, as we know, we are all great shooters. Alright guys, this is it from me today. Hopefully I'll have time to do a practice video when I get back and see if I can get back those $1,200 I lost last night. This is George from Cyprus. Thanks for watching me. Bye.